Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC. Now first of all, I'm suffering from a bit of a cold, so my voice might be a bit different. I might sniffle and cough a little bit. I'll try to avoid that as best as I can. So, at this moment we are establishing the Children of Silence, so we're finally getting our cult. Hopefully we'll get our formula for Elixir Zeboing back from here, because if we don't, I have absolutely no idea what we're going to do, because I feel like that's very important for our end goal here. We are seeking consolation from Miss Naina, so we're turning a restlessness into some fleeting reminiscences. We are not exploring, probably because we're so low on funds, and there's really nothing we want to find. Molens, you should be up here, by the way. We are doing some inspiration and desperation, so we're doing our work with some restlessness here. We are dreaming about the woods, and we're about to enter the woods. We're not studying anything. Why is that? We should be studying something for sure. So let's study like, well, let's learn Greek here to begin with. There is some despair in our life, so we need to get some contentment to get rid of this. And there's some trembling in the air, but we don't have any fascination, so that is fine. Okay, so let's just get going then. Oh, straight into the manses. Buzzing in the brain, we don't want that, so let's go to well, get a peculiar rumor. We're not gonna do anything with that, but let's read what this says here though. So many things rise from the well in the wood. Last night it was a swarm with wormy roots. The trees clustered and whispered. Perhaps they were welcoming the influx. I found a sleeping soul ensnared in the roots, and I helped them struggle free. When they wake, they will recall my face as I do theirs. Yeah, I don't want to use the peculiar rumor, because using a peculiar rumor causes notoriety, I think. You know what, it's been since a long time, such a long time since I last done this. Let's just do it. See what happens. I have a very good recollection that it gives notoriety, but maybe they've changed it and maybe it doesn't, or maybe it doesn't give it every time or something like that. You know, there might be differences here. And we'll keep working on our restlessness, because that's just a way to get some money. And Miss Naina turn our fleeting reminiscence, no, our restlessness into a fleeting reminiscence, and there's nothing else we can talk to Miss Naina about here. Nope. So that probably means that we want to talk to people on the streets, because a terrible clarity. Our purpose demands we recognize truth that shield the spirit. I must give of myself. So we need to put some of my reason over there. And yeah, clearly we're getting the Elixir Zeboing back. Really shouldn't have put it there at any point, but I just had to try it because it went there. Okay, so we got some furtive truths here, we got some occult scraps here. Let's talk about the occult scraps on the streets. That's just something we can do. Also, we should be dreaming. Here's another fleeting reminiscence for us. Let's dream on some funds now to get some contentment, so we can get rid of this, because this scares me. Just hang around here. Okay, more funds, and we'll keep doing the same thing here. And we could like work on our skill, since we're getting a vitality here, get some more vitality, increase our health, but I don't know if we really need to do that. What do you want now? My first recruit. Well, it's gonna be Leo. I mean, he's not a winter person, I know that, but he was the first guy who was around here, so he gets to be the first guy in the cult. Unless we can put Miss Naina there. No, we can't put Miss Naina there, so yep, it's gonna be Leo. Okay, we learned some Greek. And what should we read then? So this was in Greek. Let's read that. You know what? Let's read the War of the Roads 1450-1580 censored edition first. Willis Ford describes the War of the Roads, an event in a history other than our own, in detail. But numerous pages have been removed, the name of the publisher is blacked out, and an ominous slip stapled to the cover explaining that Willis Ford has been excised. In this past, a score or more of longs were made. They procured peace with the Forge of Days, long enough to set England on a path of early conquest and eventual destruction. The Forge itself devoured the greatest among them. Right, so let's read that. We get some notoriety from this. Okay, and we found Elizabeth, right. So, no point ever using that really, because you can find the people just by, you know, you talking about secrets on the streets. And getting notoriety is not a very good thing, especially since we have this thing that's gonna be going on here for all of eternity. I completely forgot that that was there. Right, so we're gonna have some evidence quite soon. This is not good. Unless I hang on to this notoriety at all times, since we're gonna have Mystique that he can grab there for sure. Okay, there goes the contentment. Let's dream about the woods then. Okay, some vitality here. Get some money. Gonna get some erudition from here, but we don't need that erudition for anything. And we'll just keep working on with our reputation and restlessness. And since this is a thing that I'll just be doing, if I do this, I just won't even show it anymore, because this is, you know, it's not interesting to see, so I'll try to keep the things as interesting as possible. Hey, there's a cult, finally. Our rise begins. I have founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Yes, I know that. So we got our temporary headquarters and we are the Children of Silence. Oh, and I got an achievement. Oh, I never done a winter cult before, it seems. Huh, interesting. An occult society dedicated to the silence that comes and the cold that ends. Right on. So we want to put people in the cult, that's for sure. Leo is already a part of it. That's fine, so we can send him out to explore, but we don't really need to do any exploring. So maybe we'll just start exploring these occult scraps and the furtive truths just to get some places to go to, and then we're gonna study this formula elixir as a Boeing as soon as we can, because I have a feeling that it is very important for our Ghoul end here, because, well, it's a unique card that I haven't seen. Well, it's not actually unique, but it's a card that I haven't seen before, so it's clearly part of the Ghoul DLC. So we want to read that ASAP. Okay, we get an erudition from there, and yep, just doing this job always. Okay, study the War of the Roads. The royalty of England, according to Willis Ford, became the sovereigns of the leashed flame, destroying or transforming their enemies, conquering Europe, establishing grand cathedrals to Saint Spark. The alliance with the Forge begins to take its toll. The last few chapters are missing entirely. We got a furtive truth from the... Okay, so now let's study the elixir, the boy... Ooh, wait, it requires more stuff. Ah, need only purchase a few final ingredients, and then I can prepare the mixture. I must summon my courage and find a suitable meal. Okay, so what do you require? You require our temptation here, right? Taste. Aspect remnant. Once another wore this flesh. Huh? Materials. Funds. Okay, so do we need to kill people for this? Okay, how do we manage to do that? Well, if we send out winter people on cult business, they will bring back corpses, I think. So we need to find winter people. None of these guys is a winter person. So instead of taking these guys in the cult, we're gonna just try to find winter people and take them into the cult. Oh, let's study something though, like the humors of a gentleman here. Samuel Savage's satirical comedy on the intrigues of the ailing but cunning John's son, his mistress Mavelyn, her lover Leo, and the upstart Covino. By the end of the first act, Mavelyn has revealed a secret door in the walls of the house to Leo, and Covino has taken to consuming worms. And in the mantis, once more, we'll head to the well, get a vitality. We don't use that for anything, but we'll just keep dreaming about the woods. Where's all my passion? There's all my passion. Oh crap, there goes my notoriety. I forgot to keep hold of it. Well, we're gonna get some evidence happening that... Ooh, and when we're... Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad. Because he's gonna make evidence, most likely. And then if we want to get corpses, we're gonna get notoriety. So that's not a good thing. Neville, I love you, Neville, you're a good guy, but you are not winter, so I really wouldn't have wanted to see you right now. Let's talk about that sexton secret on the streets, maybe that'll help. I know it doesn't, but you know, sometimes you just get to think that it does. Canon Hero Limited, and here we would require some forge or lantern. We have Slee here, we could take Slee in the cult, but I think that more important than even going to these places is finding people, like the winter people, so that we can find get corpses. Or we could also try to find, you know, let's send Leo out to explore the city. Maybe he can find, well, there are no winter hirelings, but there is the edge hireling. Maybe the edge hireling can also get us some people. An overlooked place. No, that's just a street strange by moonlight that is completely useless to us. Oh, we get an affliction going on. Well, we're gonna get some vitality from here, so that's fine. We can get rid of those things. Oh, we get some trysts and interludes going on. Hey, we could probably... I wonder if we could get someone to love us with this temptation. Maybe the winter people. I mean, it would feel, you know, like the proper thing. Peace and contentment. We don't need to use that for anything. Okay, what did you find for us? A bomb maker. Nah, a bomb maker isn't something we don't want or need right now. Okay, here's our vitality, so we can get rid of that affliction as soon as we enter the manses here right now. We'll take that occult scrap. We'll dream this affliction away. What did we read? Oh, humors of a gentleman that gives us a watchman's secret. The play is scabrous and occasionally hilarious. The characters are contrary and capricious. Many of the more resonant lines might well be formulae of power disguised in plain sight. Right. Oh, okay, so what are we gonna read next? De bellis murorum, we do not speak Latin, so let's put it like somewhere here. We don't want to read those collections of poetry right now, do we? No. No. We have no reason to increase our things at this moment, so we'll do that once we have nothing to read, because we will have nothing to read pretty soon if we don't get any more money. Well, we're gonna get more money. We're working all the time. Okay, well, let's read Traveling at Night Volume 1 here, which is the annotated dream journals of Christopher Illapoli, sometimes called the only readable occultist. Literate, entertaining, bewildering. The wood lies outside the walls of the manses. As any student of history knows, the manses has no walls. Right. We'll find... Oh, a patron. Ah! Wait. A day for new patrons, right. That's what the symbol. Right. I don't want patrons! Like, sure, they're good and give stuff we need at some point. But I don't really need it right now. There's the tentative evidence. Leah, you just go find us if you find us a shifty woman, that will also help us, because we can use a shifty woman to get rid of this evidence. But otherwise, we're in a bit of a trouble with that evidence there. Okay, so we're gonna get some glimmering and some vitality. That is fine. Who did you find this time? An entry consultant, also not someone we need. Unless, do we need knock for something? I mean, if we... Whoa! The Forgotten Mithraeum we could have done with knock as well. But that's the only place of these that are here on the first level that we can use knock for. And all the second level places require something else. Like, there's only one place on the second level, or fourth level. Like, the first ones are second level. These are second level, even though they are the first level, but you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, but there's only one place of these furtive truths that requires nothing but one type of stuff, and that's edge, so it doesn't really help there. Wait, now that I think about it, it might actually be knock also. I've just marked it badly. In my notes, I mean. But yeah, I don't think we need that person, so let's not take that person. Okay, there's our health back. Let's get back to the woods with passion, and there is this volume of Traveling at Night. Ooh, that gives an erudition. Do we have an extra erudition somewhere? Yeah, we do. Illapoli describes how he came to make repeated visits to a dream wood via what he calls silver dreams. Trying to think your way to a wood, he explains, is like thinking your way to being in love. But I did find a secret that helped. Okay, so since we have this erudition here, let's get this going. And so we require 3 erudition lessons learned to get to the next level. So can it be done? It'll take 5. It always takes 3 minutes to create one, and not without speaking to someone about... Ooh, Jennings. Hello, Mr. Jennings. We'll take your commission here. We could paint one of them, like one of the erudition lessons learned. That will help. We're gonna paint them twice, I think. Which then, of course, means that we're gonna get rid of this restlessness, and we can't do this anymore quite as easily. But it's still quite easy to get, because we can always turn a fleeting reminiscence into restlessness and use that. Right. Okay, Jennings, what do you want? You want a small edge commission. We don't know any edge lore, so we can't do that. But yeah, we're gonna keep talking to people on the streets. Where is our winter lore? There's our winter lore. Just so that we can get that stuff. Okay, there's a fleeting reminiscence. Bleak thoughts. Okay, so we don't really want this to turn into a dread, so we're probably gonna have to talk to Miss Nainia about that restlessness. Wait, seriously? You're giving me extra erudition here? Huh, well that makes life suddenly easier for my goal here to get our reason higher. It actually means that we don't even have to paint any of those eruditions lesson learned, because we have like one here already with these things. And we have this just coming out. Yeah! That was like perfect timing for these things. Okay, Leo, you didn't... Oh yes, you did find a someone, but we didn't want that someone you found. So go back to looking for people. I really want you to find a shifty woman. Is that a shifty woman? No, that's an experienced swindler. Oh, that's actually what I wanted. So yeah, I thought that the shifty woman was the level 5 guy, but of course it's the experienced swindler. And I was also looking for the edge guy from there, right? Oh, nothing from the woods, but I will go back there. Because what else would we do? And there's our additional lesson learned. So if we wait for 10 seconds, we're gonna get another one. So let's just not waste any time and instead just study one of our reasons, because there's gonna be enough time. Okay, there's our experienced swindler man. We need to wait until this is over, and then we're gonna talk to you about the evidence. And please, 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 I hope you can get rid of it, because it's horrifying if you don't. Very, very horrifying indeed. Okay, so there's that erudition. We'll get these two to become an erudition lesson learned. Then we need to get one more erudition and one more erudition lesson learned. So that's a total of 3 minutes, which is 180 seconds. Yep, we got the time. Oh, but we really want to dream, though. Where's the woods? Where did I put the woods? There are the woods. And we'll dream on them. Okay, who did we find? Who did we find? Victor! Well, Victor's edge actually shows Rose that if we send these edge people out on cult business, they will bring us a prisoner. But we don't want prisoners, we want corpses. I'm pretty sure winter people bring corpses. My scheme will most likely succeed. There's always a chance that something will go awry. Yes, hopefully we'll get rid of that evidence, because not getting rid of it would be really bad. Okay, there's some more restlessness for us. We're gonna have to talk to Miss Nainia about that to get rid of it. I'm not even sure if we have the time to do that, which is of course quite bad. Okay, we'll head to the well, get a vitality, we don't need. There's our erudition lesson learned, so we'll study our reason one more time. Actually, let's make sure that, yeah, it's 3 we need, yes. Study our reason one more time, get our erudition, study those eruditions, and yeah, this can take 2 minutes total. We'll have time, yes, and we'll dream about the woods, because what else would we do? Well, what else we could do is we could read this, but we'll read it after we've done this thing with our eruditions. Oh man! I accidentally started that before I put this restlessness in here. Ah, that's real bad. That's actually real bad, because this is not gonna turn into a dread. Well, we can use the dread to do our work, but it's of course quite harder, since if we get a season of dread coming, no, we get a season of suspicion. So, since there is a season of suspicion coming, with my luck, this guy just failed, and he created a new notoriety while he failed, which means that we're gonna get some dooming evidence. Yeah! What did I just say? What did I just say? Well, Miss Naina, get rid of this restlessness at least so we don't have dread to worry about. So, how are we gonna deal with this situation? Well, we're gonna have to hold on to the notoriety so that it doesn't go. So, I don't really care if it takes the evidence as long as we can keep the notoriety out of the weird detective's hands. Everything is fine. And yeah, we need to use the dread from now on. And if we get a season of dread, I need to be really careful not to let this go from here to the dread verb. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. Especially since I feel like this little cold I'm having is kinda messing with my concentration. Just a tiny bit. A tiny bit, but that tiny bit is all it needs to go with. That 0.1 seconds is all it needs to go from here to the verb, if that verb is around. Right, well, I think we're just gonna talk on the streets. We're gonna want to find those winter people sooner or later, and the sooner we can do it, the better. So let's just keep doing that, and let's keep dreaming about the woods. And an affliction here, and do we have vitality? Yes, we have vitality, so we can sleep that away without using any money. And this is here now. I just realized, is there even worse? Like, can I actually cheat this like this? If I just grab Douglas here and won't let him go over... No. What's gonna happen if I do that is it'll do another cycle. And it'll grab a Mystique or the Notoriety. And it'll create us a new Hunter. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what would happen if I just hold on to Douglas here. So let's not hold on to Douglas, let's just hold on to the Notoriety. I mean, that's much better way of dealing with this. Okay, what did we read? Oh, we got an erudition lesson, right? That's what we did. We didn't read anything. But now we can increase our reason. And once we, you know what, we have enough money, we can start going to Morelands. So we can find a total, I think, of 5 collections of essays from the stores, and we're only gonna need 4, so that's good. Okay, into the manses we go. We'll head to the well, get some vitality, which is very nice because vitality is exactly what we needed right now. But well, we did have this extra one here already, so it didn't really matter that much. And we're finding a new acquaintance. Please be a winter person this time, just please, and hold on to the notoriety since we don't grab anything right now. Okay, what do we find? Morelands, the skeleton songs. Not, you know, well, I don't know what's really useful right now, 'cause I don't know what is the end, or what is the end game. How do we finish with this temptation we have here, this temptation remembrance? It's probably gonna be about eating people. Like, that's what it looked like. So maybe we don't even need any lore. Probably gonna need some lore for something, but I don't know what lore and how much and where to get it. Well, I know where to get it, but you know, don't know how much of it we need. Okay, who did we find? Come on. Ah, Cat Caro! You are not winter. We need to find those winter people. Okay, now we have a profound scholarship. We have 4 reason. That's quite good. Then we can read these books like on what is contained by silver, which is a bestiary by Pomander in Greek. So first of all, we need to translate it. Is Jennings the one who can teach us Latin? Yes. Okay, so if we could do one of these, well, this one, because we have the red secret, and get a iron spintrier and get Jennings to teach us Latin, so we could read the De Bellis Murorum as well, and then we could do his commission, because that gives edgelore, but I'm not really sure that that's what we want to do right now. Hey, Sanskrit reader, we can learn Sanskrit as well. That's nice. And then we'll go back to Morelands, buy more stuff, and oh, here I could probably say one thing I noticed when I was editing my previous videos and taking more notes, because I always take notes when I, you know, edit my videos. Pretty much every time I play, I take notes. I noticed that the things that are sold in Morelands and the things that are sold in Oriflammes are the same things, pretty much. There are some things that you get from Oriflammes that you can't get from Morelands. And there are some things you can get from Morelands that you can't get from Oriflammes, and those things are basically its collections of poetry and collections of essays. I'm pretty sure you can get 2 of those from Oriflammes and 3 from Moorlands, or maybe it's the other way around. And then you can find some from Oriflammes, but not from Moorlands. But every other book you can find, if you find it from Moorlands already, you are not gonna find it from Oriflammes. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to be that is the case, which is kind of interesting. So if you want to save money, you always want to buy everything out from Moorlands first, and only then go to Oriflammes. I'm thinking you can also find these readers or grammars or whatever they're called, these books you learn languages from. You can find both, like 3 of them from both of these, or like for 3 languages. Cause I'm pretty sure you don't find the Aramaic grammar from either Moorlands or from Oriflammes. And we should be dreaming, but we're not, so let's get back to dreaming. And what if we find now? The Queens of the Rivers. That's a nice book. Let's go back, buy more stuff. Okay, we're finding a new acquaintance. Let's hope that it's a winter person this time. Also translated that book from Greek. A dire bestiary of the horrors to be found in mirrors. This is a recent edition of a 3rd century text by Pomander. And the same text here. It always feels to me like that's gotta be like some sort of mistake, because only few books have that. It doesn't feel like it should be. Here we found Orchid Transfigurations Volume 2, also in Latin, so we cannot speak that. Read that. We can't speak Latin, so we can't read that book. Okay, luckily that just took notoriety because I forgot to grab the mistake, because I forgot to grab the notoriety. Okay, we'll get to the well, get a furtive troop, that's very nice. We'll go back to the woods. What do we find from Moorlands this time? Kuna and Gath. Yeah, like I said, I think you can find these books from both, from Moorlands and from Oriflammes, since we already found Kuna and Gath from Oriflammes earlier, and now we found it from here as well. Okay, so we read on what is contained by Silver. Ooh, that gives us the right of the Watchman's Sorrow. Also a Mansa's Glimpse, which means we can get higher in the Mansas. The virgins/maidens of the mirror favor orchids. The behindlings favor the rhododendron. Cut flowers of either nature should not be placed before polished bronze. An appendix contains a rite which might be used to summon some of those entities, although the details of its use are not made clear. Right, so we got our first rite. We got the Mansa's Glimpse, so we can dream to higher levels of the Mansa's, and we also found Dorothy! Damn it. Dorothy's not a winter person either. So let's talk about these secrets on the streets still, because I feel like finding those winter people is the most important thing we can do right now. Let's read the Queens of the Rivers. And let's actually end this here and continue from this in the next episode. I'm Carp, this has been Cultist Simulator with the Ghoul DLC. Goodbye world, thanks for watching, see you next time!